Okay, so it is time to face the music, face the noise. Modern gaming is dead. And I know it may not seem like it right now, but it's definitely heading that direction. Or at least the gaming we knew is definitely not what it used to be. Now, I know I'm not the first person to talk about any of this, but my main motivation behind making this video was the announcement between GTA 6 and Sony. Not only did GTA 6 announce that their Ultimate Edition is going to be $100, but also Sony just announced that they're going to stop making physical discs for their games in 2028. And also, GTA 6 will not have a physical disc. If you get the game in person, it's literally just going to be a code. And there are some movies on the PlayStation Store that people bought, not rented, they bought them, that Sony is going to remove from your console. So what do you think is going to happen when Sony decides that they're going to remove these games from the store? It's the same thing. If you don't have the disc, you don't own the game, dude. And I guess my point in bringing all this up is that gaming as a hobby is becoming far too expensive and far too anti-consumer. I personally play on Xbox, and the price increases for these consoles has been absolutely ludicrous. I'm going to use a personal anecdote here just for an example. I bought an Xbox Series S because I wanted to play Black Ops 7 at a normal speed because the Xbox One version is not pretty. Just trust me, just take my word on that. So they just increased the price of every single Xbox console, which the Xbox Series X is up to $800 now, by the way. But the 512 gigabyte system that I bought was $399, and now it is $499. So let's just use that price as a current day example. This Xbox Series S is advertised as a 512 gigabyte system, but the actual operating system that it uses takes up like 80 to 100 gigabytes. So realistically, you're getting about 400, 350. This Call of Duty game takes up over half of that. In order to play these new games on the Series S, you have to have an internal hard drive. So unless I just want to use my $399 console for just Call of Duty, I might want to buy an internal hard drive. So let's do some of that quick math there. Not to mention the fact that to play this game at all, because it's always online, it's an online service game, you pretty much have to have Game Pass Essential for the online, which is another $10 a month. So let's just do some low-balling math here and say that I wanted to use my Xbox and play Call of Duty for, I don't know, a year. I think that's pretty reasonable, right? So we have the $399 console, the $70 game, the year of online service game, which is $120 for a year, and an internal hard drive, which is $199. So this comes out to $890 for me to buy Call of Duty, a new Xbox, play online for a year, and maybe have a little more storage for any more games that I want. Are you starting to see why maybe I think modern gaming just isn't very consumer friendly? I don't want to pay like almost a month's rent to invest in some gaming equipment, dude. And again, let's circle back to the fact that these are all digital games that I have on my Xbox, and this is a live service game. Who knows if these Call of Duty Black Ops 7 servers are going to be up in 10 years? A solo game of zombies is always online. You always have to have a stable internet connection. And who's to say that Xbox or Activision won't just randomly pop this game off of the online market? At that point, I paid $890 to not be able to play the game I want to play anymore. It's all up in the air. Like, what's going on, dude? And this is the first console generation to actually go up in price over the course of its life cycle, which obviously everybody knows that, but like still not a good sign. And this is mostly due to the fact that people, want to make AI pictures of Martin Luther King and Michael Jackson together. And even nowadays, buying a physical copy of a game doesn't even ensure that you own that game. Nintendo has been doing this weird thing where like the little carts they put the Switch 2 games on, it doesn't actually contain the game on it. You have to download it. And they have somewhere stated in their policy that they can revoke your game rights like at any time if you violate their code. So even owning some physical media doesn't even guarantee that you actually own it. Which even go back a generation before that, the Switch 1, you pop the game in and it plays. I grew up on the Xbox 360 and the Wii, and like you bought the game at the store, you popped it in and you played the game. You don't got to download it, you don't got to worry about really anything like that. And I know this part is kind of more of a subjective thing, but I really think that games nowadays are a little more creatively bankrupt. Like here, I'm playing Black Ops 7, which it's the 7th game in the Black Ops series, and you know what? I gotta give them props. They had the balls to at least number these. But this is a remake of a remake of a remake of a Call of Duty multiplayer map from 2010. Like, come on, dude. And they also just announced Modern Warfare 4, which is actually technically the 7th Modern Warfare game. That's 14 games of these two series. I think PlayStation actually has been doing a relatively good job, so I'm not going to crap on them in terms of like their actual game output. But Nintendo just announced the Ocarina of Time remake, which already has a remake, by the way. And they're releasing the Star Fox remake for the N64 game. Both of these games are already available on the console through their online. And I guarantee you they're going to charge full price for both of them. I don't know. We'll see on that one. And they also re-released Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for $70 with like pretty much nothing added to it. And if anything does actually get released that's original and new and exciting, you can almost guarantee that Xbox is gonna just absolutely destroy that gaming company. So I have proposed a solution to all of these problems right now. I'm gonna say this, and you know what? It's gonna sound real cheesy, real corny, but just reject modernity. I hope I'm saying that right. I collect vintage video games. I like to call it my virginity shrine. And I'm gonna use the Xbox 360 for an example right now. You can go to GameStop and buy an Xbox 360 for around $110, $130. Buy a couple controllers. Most Xbox 360 games go for like under 20 bucks. And you can probably get all of that for less than just the console that you can get for like an Xbox Series S. And plus, you're kind of buying it third party, not giving the company directly money. And the best part is you actually own everything that you're buying. You don't have to wonder in 10 years if the game's gonna be still online, or if the company's gonna remove the game from the market, you're not gonna be able to play it anymore. And you know what? As I mentioned, they're not even making that good of games nowadays anyways. You're not really missing out on much. And plus, you don't gotta pay for an online membership. You can just actually invite your buddies over and play the game with them, which I've been doing a decent amount lately. It's actually a whole lot of fun. No screen peeking, no, don't be doing that. And also, I've been doing the same thing with like DVDs and movies. The more that you buy physically and actually own, you're gonna be better off because you don't have to pay for subscription services or anything like that. Which, I mean, I guess is personal preference, but I just prefer the physical media. I mean, I used to think that like the you'll own nothing and be happy meme was like just that, a meme, but like nowadays it's seeming kind of close to what's going to be happening. So I think the main takeaway from this video is that we're going to start a movement. We're going to reject modern gaming, go back to our roots and actually own the things that we have. Buy an Xbox 360, go buy a Philips CDI. Don't actually do that, but you get the point. Buy your console of choice, your retro console, and you'll thank me later. You'll end up saving money and you'll actually, maybe be proud of something that you own physically in your hands. But yeah, with that, I know it's a negative video. I don't like being a negative guy, but I thought I would just give my 2 cents on this whole topic that's been unfolding lately. And I need to turn my air back on because I turned it off to reduce the background noise in these videos. I'm sweating. So please like and subscribe, do the whole shebang, the whole shaboozy. Thank you for watching. Appreciate that.